Hello everyone, this is Arturelia. We're doing a big crossover with Corey Michaels' movies and Sin's Corner. So, we just saw Joker.
Do you like
My
those
mom and
midsummer
I...
people? Those midsummer people.
Oh, those midsummer people? So, my mom and I, we've seen it twice. My cousin just saw it once, but...
Or no time.
But yeah, let's get started. Let's talk about Joker. So basically, the story follows a man by the name of Arthur who lives with his mom and takes care of her. But Gotham is going through a hard time as people can't seem to find jobs and are dealing with diseases and
trash
rats.
is piling up. There's super rats all over the place. We even saw one of them in the movies.
Yeah, we saw a big.
It's like mid '80s New York, pretty much.
Yeah. Arthur wants to become a comedian and make people laugh. Arthur has a condition which makes him laugh for no reason, even though that's not really how he feels. He just can't seem to control it.
It's not that it's for no reason. It's when he's emotionally like stressed or upset. That's when it seems to trigger
it. Can't really express it like a normal.
It doesn't
like if someone,
fit with how he's really feeling.
And society isn't really nice to poor Arthur, which will lead him down to the path of the Joker. So what do you guys think of the story? I do think it has a good message.
Yeah, I mean, after viewing this, you always want to treat people as well as you can, or else they might turn into the Joker.
Right, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
Well, that was the main thing I took away from it. It's just to try to be more civil to people in general. You know, you never know what their struggles are.
Exactly, you don't know what anybody's going through.
I feel like this will probably open a lot of people's eyes to just that.
Yeah,
society can be.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse, really.
Yeah, for what he did, but we understand why he went to this.
Yeah, there is a reason to him.
And I thought the character for Joker seemed more, I don't know, would you can say human, a little more human, because we got more of a
identifiable.
Because they've had comics about how Joker became Joker. One was at least a story where he lost his wife and his kid, which drove him mad. This is more of well, I don't want to give too much away. You would have to watch the final.
Well, I mean, the trailer's sort of.
I mean,
you can kind of figure out by the trailers.
But there's more details about why.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that happens.
Overall, I think the story is really well done.
Yeah, it's
in a more depressing, sad, and disturbing way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the, I guess, first Joker story to really delve into why he's or how he is the way he is.
Told from his perspective completely.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting...
Which was needed.
Yeah.
Now the soundtrack in this film is really, I guess you could say, eerie and very dark, depressing, sad, but also very disturbing. And I think the music really is great in this film.
Yeah, I like it.
His theme, and I know it when I hear it when I'm watching the movie. He's got like a theme. There's a theme to him. And I couldn't sing it for you now, and I wouldn't because it would horrify everybody.
Yeah.
But
some movies have that.
But he's got a theme. You know, Wonder Woman had her theme. He's got his theme. Now, it's not the one at the end of the movie where everything's happening at the very, very end. That's not his theme. It's another one that they. It's
more of the depressing theme of him just living his normal life. I guess that's
when I mean the theme, I mean the music theme. He's got a tune that belongs to him.
Yeah.
And it's like that through different movies. You know, like I was saying, Wonder Woman has a theme.
Yeah.
That's her theme.
Oh gosh, don't start that again. Yeah.
Anyway, but he had one too.
Yeah.
And there was a theme also, a tune theme for like Scarlett Johansson's character and Jeremy Renner in Avengers Endgame. They had a specific theme sort of that was played when it delved into their strong friendship.
I think most of the themes in this film is more of what he's thinking of what he's going to do. I guess you could picture it that way because there are some intense scenes where he's kind of starting to get to this point, especially near the end.
Yeah.
The music gets in that's more
music.
of his theme of when that's like the theme. I guess represents his emotion.
I guess like once he's Joker.
Yeah.
You know, at the very end, that the scene that was happening that scene that was happening.
Yes.
I know
That scene, I don't want to
He's
say
the
what it
Joker
was.
At that point.
As for the film and how it looks for editing, the film looks, well, very dark.
Yes.
Depressing.
Very atmospheric.
Yeah.
Very, very depressing.
I really like the big, once it started, like the big Joker in yellow. Remember what I'm talking about?
Oh,
like the
you
title.
mean when it showed that? Yeah,
Yeah.
it took
Oh,
up the
yeah.
entire
I thought it was kinda
screen
cool.
from top to bottom and
Yeah.
from left to right.
That felt more of an 80s feel there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Overall, the editing was really well done. It also played around with, well, some of the scenes that were, well, what he was seeing, but I don't want to go into detail about those because of spoilers.
Well, you learn.
You'll find out, yeah.
He's not necessarily the most reliable narrator of his story.
I guess you could say,
that's one
just
way
be
to put it.
prepared for some twists.
Yes. And it's interesting, so when I was rewatching it this second time, I'm paying more attention to, like, what you can believe, what you can't believe, as far as that. And I, just like the very first time I saw it, I think I can pinpoint pretty accurately what's real, what's not real.
Right.
But I was looking for plot holes this time. I was looking for things that didn't make sense as to why is all of a sudden he's over here doing this. I didn't see any of that. It seems very, very
I didn't notice it.
tightly woven together. And when I say tightly, I don't mean it's too short. I mean it's very concise and it's very well mapped out.
The film it felt like 80s, sort of.
It's
Modern
supposed to.
80s.
Yeah.
You could say.
I mean,
80s New York. But, I mean, it didn't really have like an 80s soundtrack or nothing.
no,
It
it
was
didn't
more
have
of
an
a-
80s look as far as the way it was
For me,
filmed.
it was like a gritty, like 70s for me. I don't know. Like, if you see Taxi Driver, which takes place in the 70s, it kind of like...
Well,
Feels
the
like that.
And I think it's in New
Everything
York.
is terrible. People are awful.
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
It's messy. It's dirty. It's gloomy.
Gotham.
Nothing is sunshiny
The
or
show-
happy. People are crappy.
Yeah, the Gotham show was set in the 70s.
I think it's maybe geared towards 70s.
It looks
mean
more
that-
80s to
Well,
me.
I keep hearing it's like takes place in 1981.
Okay, well, early 80s.
So,
yeah.
but you know, right on the
Yeah.
end of the 70s, which bleeds into the first
Right.
part of the 80s.
You're not really 80s till you get to like 82, 83.
Right, exactly, or 84, which is
Yeah.
like
I
one
still
of the best
consider
years.
80,
Yeah.
81 still part of the 80s.
I mean, yes,
Yeah, I know,
technically.
but it's
you
like
don't get
things-
80s mode till you're like
Just like in 90s, early 90s
Yeah.
still has that
80s feel.
essence of 80s.
Yeah.
stuff.
Early 2000s still has that late 90s,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as for our enjoyment, well, when I saw the trailer, I wasn't like, oh, like it looked okay. But after watching it the first time and then the second time, it's time to eat my doubts. This was actually a great
And
film.
for the casual, like, I guess comic book movie fan, this might not be for you,
There.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't go in expecting a comic book movie at
yeah,
all.
this
It's
might-
not like that.
It is a gritty comic book character.
I mean, I think most comic book fans will like it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the casual movie fan that likes the Avengers, like just bright.
Yeah,
and
some people were
fighting.
complaining about it being boring, but I think that's because they went into it
No.
expecting it was going to be something like a Batman.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like
I did not expect that with the trailer. That's why I wasn't as impressed with it. But after watching it, I'm like, okay, well, I was wrong.
yeah,
It actually had more. I mean, it had more meaning. I know what it was going for.
yeah. I mean, I didn't find it boring. I guess I could.
It's like Once Upon a Time in
Understand
Hollywood.
if you did.
It was very
Yeah.
slow, but
It is
still
slow
enjoyable
Yeah.
So,
at the
but
same time.
it's a character drama, and
Yeah.
character dramas are not necessarily
Yeah.
fast-moving
Because
films.
you kinda
so-
need to be able
Sort
to-
of like Taxi Driver. It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people
Um,
don't like Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans because they said it was too slow. But I'm thinking, well, you got to build up some character development. So
I mean,
when you
there-
get to the action, then it's more rewarding
It's a big-
because
it's a
you
good
That's
payoff.
You have more.
you like
you
the
have
build
more-
up.
Yeah.
You don't want everything all at once,
Right.
really.
It
Because
loses
then it doesn't
its-
matter as much.
Exactly, it loses its effect, and there is
Yeah.
a slow build-up. Joker doesn't happen until the very final, like
Phase.
3/4 of the movie,
And
or 30 minutes or 20 minutes.
That
or so.
is the reason of this movie, pretty much, to build
Yeah.
up what the Joker
Yeah.
is, you know?
Mhm.
So,
But anyways, overall, I actually really enjoyed it. I liked the fact of him like turning into the Joker. I mean, he's trying to.
And it's completely understandable too when it happens.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, that makes no sense why he would do this. You understand why he
Society
does
is
Yeah.
just
everything
basically
he
not
does.
nice to him. He's trying to help
him
like
with the mental illness.
Mental
Already.
illness, yeah.
Yeah.
History of
You-
abuse.
yeah.
And then he
Um,
finds out more information about
single mother, being with a single mother, and that I think there's also some commentary to be made about that, single motherhood and how damaging that can be for children, especially male children who are absent a father figure, a strong father figure. Instead, the male figures he had in his life was abusive to him.
And the one person he, I think, wanted to be his male father figure in here, I don't want to give any spoilers, but turned out really just like the rest of society, or at least to him.
And this film really kind of captures the rich and the poor, basically, of today's society.
The underground poverty.
And the absolute enmity that both groups feel for each other without even knowing or caring to know or understand where the other's coming from. The rich people look down on the poor people. The poor people hate the rich people. They don't, so it's like you
don't know them.
So there's a scene where some rich people get killed, and the reaction from the poor public, like the common man. Oh, yes, that's great. That's wonderful. Yeah. They don't even know the circumstances. Now, the circumstance, that's irrelevant to the point I'm trying to make. Right. They don't know or understand the circumstances. Yeah. They're just rich people who got killed, and they deserve it, so yes, that's great.
See, that's the thing.
And that's so damaging.
They didn't deserve it. I mean, they deserved something, but they didn't.
But
they
certainly
didn't deserve,
people who had no idea what happened.
Yeah, exactly. They rushed to judgment.
Yeah, exactly. And the same thing with, the rich people and how they,
Well, these were good kids. I'm sure they were good because they were upper class.
And the poor people, they're just clowns in society. It just goes to show that they really don't. There wasn't much effort made to try to empathize with or put themselves.
But that's the
in
message. That's really the message. Yeah, society is that way. They can't get
It's still
along.
relevant today. This is what happens today.
So basically, the movie, the takeaway is try to think about other people and how their situations affect them. So.
And you try to see him.
It's easy to forget to
be
do that. So
to try to be nice to people.
Just
Joker,
be nice to your fellow man.
Yeah, no matter what.
Be nicer.
Yeah.
But
but overall, I do think the actor did a great job.
Oh my goodness,
as the Joker.
Gracious.
Oh yeah,
Joaquin, absolutely, excellent.
And seeing him break down and then just snap.
Yeah, he's good.
He was very convincing, and I think, like I discussed with everybody in the car when we were on our way home, I think he could really put himself in that place because I think he has his own troubles.
Probably.
And he could really identify with someone like that, the struggles that they go through. And at the same time, you can understand why people that don't understand his situation are very off-put by the way he's acting, because people, when you think of mental illness, you think of someone that's unstable and erratic, and you don't know what they're going to do, you don't know how they're going to react, so you're a little bit afraid of them. Yeah. But not every person, most people with mental illness are not violent, but there's still that element of uncertainty that scares people. Yeah. So consequently, they act out towards people who are suffering in not very nice ways.
His laugh too felt like the Joker.
Oh yeah,
that's how Joker would.
It was like a laugh. It was almost like when he would laugh like that. It was like he was hurting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was in pain, physical and emotional and mental pain.
But I do agree that his performance was really well done.
Yeah,
his portrayal of this Joker at least. Anyways, the Joker, film that I wasn't really excited for, but then after watching it, changed my mind. So what would you guys rate it?
To 10?
With me, I'm still trying to figure this out. Would it get an 8.5, a 9, 9.5, or up to a 10?
Probably give it. I want to watch it again, but I'd give it at least an 8. I think. I don't know if it's a movie I can watch over and over and over, like certain movies, but I do want to watch it again. Yeah. I was just going to say it's definitely one of the best DC films of late.
Yeah,
I mean, I can watch it again.
Maybe a 9. Yeah. I could give it a 9.
Well, when I first saw it, the very first time I saw it, now I was looking forward to seeing it but dreading it at the same time because I knew it was going to be emotionally tumultuous to watch it. But the first time I saw it, I thought, this is probably just a one-time viewing for me. I don't think, And that was one of the first things I told you when I saw it, too. But then it was just, festering in my mind.
Yeah, I could
not get it out of my head, and I was like, okay, I think I actually could could stand to watch this again.
Yeah.
And again, possibly.
Yeah.
So because of that emotional impact it had on me, and because I couldn't really find any plot holes or any sort of, writing inconsistencies, because I look for stuff like that too, and you don't always notice it the first time. Maybe I'll notice stuff like that later, but I didn't the second viewing.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's not the type of film, like you said, that I would want to watch over and over and over again, but it's definitely something that I want to add to my library.
Right.
And it is something that I will watch certainly more than I thought I would in the beginning.
So what would you rate?
Emotional impact and the depth and the narratives that are woven in there that are so relevant to today and that are good messages, but they don't hit you over the head with preachiness. You're just like living his life with him. I would probably go as high as a 10.
A 10.
And that's very rare for me.
Ooh.
I feel like I could still go see it another time.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I would give it a 9. Usually, like 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, and up to 10. Those are like the ratings I know I could either come back and replay or like as a game or watch an anime or a movie again.
Yeah.
When it goes down to 7 or 6, it's kind of like it's
one-time
good,
viewing,
but just one time. Or same with games or anime, like just once.
I mean, I'd put it as a multiple view. I wouldn't put it as a
like a Terminator 2
view.
Yeah,
like a favorite.
Like with me, I'm like multiple times a year Terminator.
But I'd say it's definitely the best Joker.
Well,
I would think to me it is.
He's definitely. He's a character in this movie that has much more depth than the Dark Knight Joker, which, as far as I'm concerned, was a very excellent portrayal of him, but it wasn't told from his perspective, and we don't understand where he's coming from. We don't really fully understand why he does what he does. We don't know his backstory.
Should we do a Joker ranking video? I've seen people doing that lately.
I have seen that too.
We could do that for your channel.
We could. Yeah, we could do that. I don't know if I've not seen Suicide Squad, so... But I don't even like the look of him, really.
Jared Leto's Joker was such a disappointment.
But anyway, so
I like most of them.
Is that the total score that you guys are going to go with? I think I'll still stick with a 9.
I think I'm going to stick with an 8.
And you're going to stick
I'll stick with a 10 for now.
'Cause I'm a 9, he's an 8, and she's a 10.
Yeah, we're all
so
right now, very high ratings. And IGN gave it a 10, you said, which is pretty rare for them.
Okay.
So,
what can we recommend besides this Joker? Well, there's Batman Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's Joker.
Which was excellent. I mean, wonderful, wonderful movie.
I mean, there's
he was really good in that.
Then there's obviously Suicide Squad if you want to see that Joker. Or,
animated series Joker.
Yeah, that. And
really
then there's the Batman, the original '89 Batman with that Joker.
Jack Nicholson.
Wasn't there? Oh, if you want to go even further, go back to the '60s.
Very campy, but it fit the show. It fit the show.
His name?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there any other recommendations?
Well, I'm trying to think of recommendations of movies that deal with mental illness.
Once again, Taxi. If you've seen this, you like it,
Driver.
I would watch Taxi.
Oh, and the comedian, the comedian.
Oh,
the King of Comedy.
King of Comedy.
Yeah.
That's more of a funny.
Kind of disturbing though, just because he's a big fan, but
it is disturbing, but like in a lighthearted way.
A little bit more lighthearted for sure.
It's definitely funnier.
Which was funny that he would be in this
film. Are there
film.
any other villain origin stories? I mean, there's Venom, but he's not really. It's not really. I'm trying to think of villain origin stories that could be recommended, and I can't think of any. I mean, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Darth Vader.
But
I mean, well,
that's
Star Wars.
Yeah, I know.
It's not really a comic. That's like a screenplay that was made into a movie.
I don't know.
I was trying to think. This is a very
that could be it. That could just be it. I mean, I can't always recommend everything.
Normally get their own movies
because I can't think of everything.
They don't.